Good morning, everyone. I'm gonna wait for you all to start getting the notifications. Hey, the Black Barbie. I got on early. I've been up early, but I got on early because I'm get ready to go to my workout class. Starts at 9:30. I'm staying for like an hour. I was gonna do a video and upload it, but I think later on, once I finish doing what I gotta do today, I'm gonna start uploading some videos. Hey, Mr. Christian. But I wanted to talk about the Memphis lawmakers have filed a lawsuit against the governor for deploying the National Guard and I spared Delares wrong, but the county mayor, which is Memphis County Mayor, which is Mayor Lee Harris, not Paul Young, okay, but Lee Harris has declared a state of emergency, okay? This is also interesting to me because they didn't declare a state of emergency when all of all of these murders and stuff was going on, which is really weird. I would think that would be the cause, a very good reason to declare a state of emergency when you got innocent people getting gunned down, when you have these young Black adults killing each other. But these Black politicians didn't deem that a good reason to declare a state of emergency. But now that the National Guard is in Memphis, and they got a lot of the killers afraid to um hold on. Hello? It went perfect. Yes. But I'm on my podcast, so I'll call you when I get out. All right. Okay. So I want to talk about that. I found that interesting. I was up looking at that this morning. Um deployment isn't about crime because crime pays. Absolutely. Crime pays.
So you can end and start your day feeling refreshed. From quiet mornings to meaningful moments together. Because the right bed doesn't just improve your night, it improves your day. Visit purple.com or a store near you and save up to $300 on a mattress and up to $200 on an adjustable base. Purple, less pain, better sleep.
Memphis Music Mix. We are introducing you to a Memphis band that's made up Memphis to this great.
Cuba, Venezuela, Africa. We have also done.
What the Okay, so I guess I got to read. It says Shelby County's Mayor Lee Harris has declared a local state of emergency for the protection of the public health, safety, and welfare of Memphis residents. Mayor Harris said local government and law enforcement agencies have seen an increase in law enforcement activity and have been told to expect increased arrests of nearly 200% of current daily rates. The declaration said this comes after the President of the United States issued a presidential memorandum restoring law and order in Memphis. The President and the Governor of the state of Tennessee have since deployed federal law enforcement officers, creating the Memphis Safe Task Force. The reason I think this will last forever, and women, okay. And Governor Lee said the task force crime fighting operation will be permanent. So they ain't never going nowhere. As long as he there, they're gonna be there. Okay. The reason I think this will last forever is because we're learning that about how agencies can collaborate, because these law enforcement agencies, the surge in numbers may not be here to stay, but the agencies are here to stay. Mayor Harris and the Shelby County Sheriff's Office both share concerns about how the surge in arrests will impact 201 Poplar. So they're not concerned about the safety of the public. They're concerned about the jail being overcrowded. That's weird. Okay. It says, in a letter to commissioners, the sheriff's office stated the county jail population has reached historic levels with no indication of decline in the near future. It's now calling for Shelby County Commission to provide a $1.5 million assist with the current challenges, as the sheriff's office awaits a response to its emergency funding request. There are still questions about the National Guard's role in Memphis. Police Chief C.J. Davis said the guardsmen would tackle blight. However, Governor Lee said they would help support law enforcement. Whenever there's a presence of the National Guard, it frees the operation of a law-informed officer with the Memphis Police Department, for example, to pursue the violent criminals, Governor Lee says. The state of emergency will continue until the end of the Memphis Safe Task Force operation, until detention facility populations are reduced to the capacity level or below, according to Mayor Harris. Okay. Now, I'm trying to understand why Memphis lawmakers, okay, don't have this same, they were very quiet when people were talking about the crime in Memphis. They tried to push it all on CJ Davis, right? Hey, all they wanted was the federal funding to come in, so I think so that they could get their hands on it. Okay, as I've said before, crime does pay. So the higher the crime is in the city, the more funding is sent in. Oftentimes, your local politicians, such as your city council or your county commissioners, they get those fundings, okay? And they're able to allocate those funds the way they want to. Now, they're supposed to be pushing programs that are proactive in the community to help to reduce crime, but they don't do that, okay? What they do is they'll oftentimes give out funding to those funds that come in. Excuse me. They'll push them out to nonprofit organizations. Oftentimes, okay, people, their family members, okay, so that they can get some type of kickback. And so I'm just gonna go on and say it, okay, because I don't really care, okay, what people think. I'm glad Trump took the federal funding and put it into sending the National Guard. The National Guard has been a pain in the ass to a lot of people, okay? But I'd rather see them be a pain in the ass than to constantly see law-abiding citizens that get out and work every day suffering because their cars are getting stolen. Memphis Police Department wasn't running no tags. Folks was just stealing cars and riding around with them, just riding around, parking them in their driveway as if they had bought them a new car. You know why? Because they weren't running tags to see if they had been stolen. Memphis police had been reduced to, if they care. Look, these folks care more about the criminals. They scared about the jail being overcrowded now because they're scared of a lawsuit. They scared that one of the inmates is going to get mad and say, crying and pissing and shitting on themselves, talking about somebody was all on top of their head, because they want the inmates to live comfortably, they want them to live comfortably and be happy after they've been out in the streets making everybody's life a living hell. committing all types of crime. Now, if these folks have a complaint about little Rufus, okay, and little Junebug ass being down there in that jail, then what they need to do is they need to talk to little Rufus and little Junebug to try to be proactive in helping to keep them out of jail or go pay their damn bond. Okay, I'll go over there and write it for them. Okay. So yeah, if they get one. But until then, what they need to do is they need to be proactive in keeping their kids out of trouble, right? So, you know, I be feeling bad for my community because I just think a lot of people in our community just don't know any better, okay? And it's so sad because you have a lot of these politicians that understand that our community don't know any better as it relates to a lot of stuff. And so what they do is they want to always try to keep a pacifier in our mouths. And I'm tired of it. Okay. They want to keep a pacifier in our mouths. It's a damn shame that in order to influence the Black community, the Black politicians to include the white politicians, they say, if you want to get the Black people out, we need their votes because Black people represent, it's about 76% of Blacks throughout Memphis and Shelby County. All you got to do is go in over there and talk to Kroger or go there and talk to Walmart. Okay. They, ask them to give some cheese, okay? Ask them to donate thousands of a block of free cheese, okay? It ain't even got to be that good cheese. And you tell Black folks, you get on the radio, you pay for a promo, or you get on the internet and tell the Black folks, we're going to be giving out some free cheese, okay? A half of or a piece of free cheese, and the Black folks are going to come out in droves because the rumor is, if you want to get over on the Black community, if you want to get them out, you want to get their vote, even if you ain't worth a damn, you need to give them something for free, okay? It has been working for years. That's why I always say we have to change our mindset. And so I think it is an insult that you ain't heard none of these politicians. They have dreaded, they have walked around talking about all of this crime and this murder and this mayhem in our community, but they asses got the nerve to declare a state of emergency because the guards are being proactive. They mad now because they ain't getting those federal fundings in that they've been getting and stealing, okay, because from off of the backs of people that look like them, okay? Regardless of how bad Junebug ass is, somebody is hurt when, be quiet, somebody is hurt when they take Junebug up out of here when Junebug is killed. And so now you got the National Guards everywhere, and the federal funding that they would have been getting, I guess, to find a way to kick back into their pockets is now being put into having law enforcement everywhere, okay? And now Junebug and them mad, okay? They ain't stealing no cars because they know they're going to run the tax on those cars. MPD weren't able to do their job because if they pull the criminals over and the criminal want to shoot at them and then it's a man down, MPD would get looked at. They supposed to let Junebug kill him. I mean, that's the mindset, right? So I'm totally offended that Memphis lawmakers who ain't did a damn thing to try to subside this crime where Black folks have been suffering in the city of Memphis, get their asses and file a damn lawsuit when you couldn't even get them to talk about the crime and the murder and the mayhem that was going on. They tried to push it all the way up to Paul Young and to the Memphis police chief, okay, when they was getting federal funding in. Why weren't they making sure that those organizations ran by their mamas and their daddies and their sisters and their brothers and their damn kids was doing what they were supposed to do? Okay, we already know that poverty ignites crime. With the type of money that's been coming into the community, how come they have not been doing anything to work at this poverty? You have to have a different mindset. We talk about saving the kids, and we do supposed to save the kids, but what good is it if we just helping the kids and they going back home to all of their toxicity, okay? Because kids are a product of their environment. So you have to help to get the mamas and the daddy's mindset straight, okay? And I think it's a darn shame because a lot of these damn girls, I'm gonna have to talk about them that's getting all of this free stuff like this Section 8 and all of that. They have helped to usher in a lot of this crime because what they do is they get these nice houses because they're on Section 8 and they let these gang members move in these nice neighborhoods that they have been afforded to live in for free because they are on Section 8, and they terrorize the whole damn neighborhood, okay? So at some point, because it has been going on for years, there has to be some consequences and repercussions. Now, here's the scary part. A lot of these girls are so damn stupid, okay? You have to now, there has to be consequences. Do you want your Section 8 voucher? You risk losing your Section 8 voucher if you're going to have a gang member up in your damn house, okay? And so now when people, well, they want the black man out, that ain't no damn black man that should be in the house. He a damn gang member bringing danger to a family. How is his presence any good for them damn kids, okay? This is stuff that has to be talked about when people try to trick you. When they want the black man out the house, that black man ain't never had no business up in there when he's bringing murder and mayhem and danger to his woman. He can't do a damn thing for her but lay up all day. Ain't no kids got no business saying no shit like that because kids are a product of their environment, and that's the reason why a lot of them ain't worth the damn to this day because they looking at their parents that ain't worth the damn. But don't nobody want to talk about that because as long as they keep a pacifier in the mouths of black people, we'll never try to rise above the poverty mindset, okay? I got a lot of energy this morning. Y'all know I talked for 5 hours the other day. I done had to rest, but I'm back to normal, okay? I got some things that I got going on today. I got the little boy coming washing my car, okay? Because it needs to be, okay? It needs to be washed, and he gonna clean it out. He said, Miss Tamara, that's my daughter, little baby daddy. He said, Miss Tamara, I'll come over there and I'll just do it for 20. I said, I ain't gonna let you come and work for no $20. I'm gonna give you 60. That's how you make people want to do their best work. Okay. I've seen him clean cars. He is worthy of $60. Okay. Probably worthy, depending on how he do it. I might give him 100. That's how you make people want to work hard for you. Okay. Right? But it's a darn shame, okay? What is going on in our community. And we want to always outsource the blame. Want to always outsource the blame. Because if we outsource the blame, that means we don't have to take a look at ourselves. My dad used to always say, you know why people don't like take responsibility? I said, why? He said, because if they take responsibility for what they do, that means they're going to have to change something. They're going to have to look in the mirror at themselves and they're going to have to change something. And don't nobody want to change nothing. That means you got to do something about what you're doing wrong, and don't nobody want to change or do anything about what they're doing wrong. So that's why they outsource the blame. So that's why when I've dealt with people, and I'm halfway scared to deal with people because I'm a real loyal person. Okay. I'm real loyal. That's the reason why people be getting mad at me when I decide I can't deal with them no more, because they know I'm a good person to have on your team because I'm a rider. I ain't going to do nothing to let you jeopardize my livelihood, but that's just how I was raised. Okay. Right. But when I see that people are always trying to outsource blame and they don't like to take responsibility for what they do, I get away from around them. You got to be wise. Well, such and such, well, you know this, they'll never want to take responsibility. If you're in a relationship with somebody like that, if you're in a friendship with somebody like that, it's best to exile them. It's better to do it now than to wait till later, because that's a person that's never going to take responsibility for anything. I don't like people like that. Okay. Hey, we all got some flaws, right? When I've cared about people, because I got a lot of flaws too. I'm pretty outspoken. And then when I get mad, I don't talk. Okay. But when I care about people, whether it's family or whoever, and they say, look here, that's a flaw right there you got. If you're going to have to change that. If that person meant something to me, I took a look in the mirror and I said to myself, that's affecting my friend. I'm going to change that. That's affecting them. And if I recognize that it was a flaw, because we all got flaws, yeah, I'm going to change that, because I don't want to risk that. That friendship means a lot to me. That is a damn flaw. I'm just being stubborn. I'm going to change. I'm going to work on that. Okay. But the issue is people don't want to change nothing. And people don't make them change nothing. Well, I don't like what they doing. They doing this, and that. Why you got them in your life? Well, this, and that. Well, why would they change if there ain't no consequences and repercussions? It's a blessing for me to let you be up in my life. Okay? And that's how everybody have to think. I am a blessing. But instead, ladies, you get this Section 8, you get these food stamps. And I just found out recently, because I was listening to my cousin. And we was talking about her kids. She said, girl, he been had Section 8. I said, he got Section 8? She said, yeah. She said, I said, wait a minute. Let's go back to that. I said, he got Section 8? Yeah, they get a men Section 8. I said, without having kids? Mm-hmm. She said, that's the best thing ever happened to me. I ain't say nothing, because I almost said his ass still bad. Shit. Okay? But I think I don't even have issues with that, because, you have some men that get, I guess, Section 8, and then I wish they'd give me some. Y'all. This rent is something else. Okay? But I'm gonna move back into me a house. If I'm be paying all this rent, I'm gonna have to I'm going back to a house, because it hurts me to pay all this rent, and it could be going into a house. Okay. And anyways, hey, M Rose. But everybody can have I believe in a hand up. It becomes an issue when you constantly want handouts. You have to have a strong mindset to say, listen, I'm going to get on AFDC, which is welfare and food stamps, and they offer so much. I'm going to go to school. I'm getting ready to give myself and my kids a better life. I'm going to save money. I'm going to work. I'm going to save money. I'm on Section 8. So what I could be paying for rent, I'm going to be putting into a bank account. Whatever this rent is, I'm going to put it in a bank account. So when I have to come off of this, because this right here ain't going to be a lifestyle, I'm going to already have this stacked in the bank. And I'm going to go to school. I'm going to get my nursing licenses, or whatever kind of licenses you want. And I'm getting ready to provide a life, a stable life, because this right here going to run out. A lot of people don't have that mindset. Okay? Because you have people of other communities, they do it all the time. Black people are not the only people that get welfare and food stamps. Now, I wish they'd give me some food stamps. Food is high. I be wanting some, okay? People get them and then be shame about them. That's a blessing. As of right now, if you got to have them, so what you shame for? Shit. Give them to me if you shame. I'll go spend them with a lot of pride. With the way I be frowned up when I have to buy grocery, when I get lemons and lime and buy a pack of chicken and a loaf of bread, and it's $200 with one bag. Okay. Hey, TB21. I didn't see hey chocolate. I didn't see TB21 in here. And M Rose. Okay. But I feel like this, and I said all that to say this, even with my joking and stuff, I feel like the system has been designed to keep Black people as consumers. That's why it's so hard for Black people to get loans for businesses. It's so hard because they always want to keep you, okay, as a consumer, or keep us as a consumer. Other communities get welfare and food stamps and AFDC, and they take advantage of the programs that the government has for them. So Black folks ain't the only somebody that's getting help. I think a lot of Black people are the only ones that use it, want it to be a lifestyle instead of a come up. That's your opportunity to get your life together, to hey, start taking advantage of everything that the government has out there. That's what other communities do. I think that's where the divide in the road comes, because unfortunately a lot of people in our community got codependent personalities, right? Hey, that's how they wanted it to be. That's how they beat our ancestors into submission so that they could be codependent on the master. And unfortunately, it's seeming like it's some type of generational curse. That's why I love it when I see people that's got a hustle in them. You know, when folks say, well, you know, that person's just doing too much, and they might be doing too much when they got a hustle in them, not trying to hustle other people, but they know how to come up with ideas and go make that shit work. To me, I admire folks like that. Okay. But I feel like the lawmakers in Memphis got a lot of nerve. Okay. Now they hard on Steve Mulroy. And I got something in the works with Steve Mulroy. Okay. I got Steve to think about being a guest. Okay. I had to tell Steve, I said, Steve, I ain't gonna attack you. It's not going to be an ambush, so I want y'all to be nice to him when he come on here, because we treat guests with kindness or respect. Okay, we treat him with respect, but we're going to ask him some things. Okay, but we're going to treat him with respect. Okay, and you'll get the opportunity, and we're mature people. We can respectfully ask him some things. Okay. Without an ambush, without an attack. We don't do that. Okay. We don't want to do that, because then nobody want to come on the show and talk to us and give us answers, right? About things. Okay. She said the rent is high in a lot of states. I think if they make the rent affordable, so much folks. I really wish the housing market would go back. I really do. I really do. My uncle buy houses and remodel them, and um and then he sells them. And it's funny because I was out house hunting probably about 3 weeks ago. I was in the Whitehaven area. I like the Whitehaven area. Listen, I wish I could afford to buy a house on the river. I just can't. I ain't even seen none go into foreclosure. I've been looking, and I don't pray for nobody to lose their house. Like, Lord, I just wish a house would go in foreclosure. I just wish somebody would say, I don't want to pay no more mortgage and leave a house so I can get it. Okay. But that ain't happening. It's a lot. There's nothing but rich people sits down here, and I'm the only poor, one of the only poor ones. Okay. I love you too, Paige C. Clean. Thank you for coming in, darling. And so I was I was in the Whitehaven area. Y'all know my mom lives in Twinkletown. So and that's a whole nother story, y'all. Listen, I love the people in and not in Clementine too, but not Clementine, but in Twinkletown, because it was like it was nothing but rich, wealthy or well-to-do, successful Black people over there. Those houses, the folks have to die out in when they sell their houses. Okay, they go up for sale. But what's happening now, I'm starting to see like they're starting to make instead of like when these older people die out, instead of their kids putting the house up for sale, they're starting to make the houses into Airbnb. So now they get ready to take Twinkletown down. Okay, that's exactly what I'm doing, Paige T. Clean. They get ready to take Twinkletown down. I was like, damn. Like, I was riding through there. I was like, I went to my mama's house and I was like, let me ride around here and see if any houses are up for sale. And I started seeing, like, as I started going through the different streets in Twinkletown, I was like, dog, they got potholes over here. So now they're not even fixing the streets over there like they should with all those nice houses over there. So then I went over there praying. I was like, y'all know okay, so I went over to I got a family member that lives over there in the Lions Gate, okay? And I've just always loved the Lions Gate. I love the community and all of that. And y'all, now what they're doing is they're renting out the houses over there. I seen a damn fool come when I was over there just riding around. I was like, Lord, please let a house be up for sale over here. And I was just riding through there. Y'all know the Lionsgate community is not even like really, it's a gated community. How about a damn fool come riding through there? Vroom. I mean, he was going so fast with his music so loud. I was like, Lord, what is going on? Like they turning everything into an Airbnb, and it's a bunch of damn fools coming in to these nice communities and just totally bringing them down. I was like, you could walk around in that community and just, I mean, it would be so nice. I could walk, get my exercise and stuff on, and you can't do that now if you got a bunch of damn fools driving real fast on those little bitty streets like that. It's just crazy. Okay. So then I went down Hester Street. Now, y'all know Hester always had nice homes. That's the community right next to the Lionsgate. I went down that street. Y'all, I be praying when I go down these streets. Lord, please let a house be up for sale. Lord, please let a house be up for sale. And because I want to be close to my mama. I saw a house in Bartlett, but I started thinking about, like, dog, the traffic could be too much when I'm I want to be where I can just have a straight shot to work. Okay. People can say what they want to. A lot of the Whitehaven community is beautiful, and they building Whitehaven back up. The houses are very sturdy and nice, and hey, it went down for a little while, but it's coming back up. Okay, just like they did Midtown. Okay, so I went down Hester Street, y'all, and I saw some houses, and I saw a lot of for rent signs in the yard. I said, ain't nowhere in the world I'm gonna move in a neighborhood and they got a lot of for rent signs up for sale for a bunch of, and I have to live next to a bunch of damn fools. Okay, because what's gonna happen is they'll rent them out to Section 8, and we all know what happens with that. Okay, so we got to start being better stewards of when we're blessed to be able to get things for free. Okay, a lot of people would say I'm being judgmental, but I'm just saying what a lot of damn folks don't want to. It's saying it's the damn truth. Y'all know what happens when they start renting out houses to Section 8 in a neighborhood. Okay, when folks ain't used to shit, they'll move all into, they done moved Junebug over there. Now Junebug got gang members mad at him. Before you know it, you living in a $300,000 house, and Junebug them, you got shooting and stuff every night because some damn hood rat that moved her ass into there, and instead of being grateful and taking care of her kids and doing what's necessary while she's receiving that to better herself, she done moved in Lil Rufus, and it's a shootout every night. Okay, it's a shootout every night. And so we got to do better in our community. We like to blame everything on the white folks, but we are the problem in our community because we don't want to change our mindset. We get too caught up and worried about trying to take down everybody in our community. And then as well, you talk about your community, somebody need to say something. Hell, I think will constantly, as long as they keep a pacifier in our mouth, well, you know, they did the blacks wrong and this and that, just giving them food stamps and their welfare. It stops. If you got that mindset, if they can keep us on them food stamps and their welfare, we don't ever have the mindset to say, I want a business grant. I'm coming to them. I'm coming to them. I want a business loan. Okay, I know y'all giving them out. I want to know when y'all giving them classes. I want what y'all give the Asians, and now they're giving them to the Hispanics, which is why they buying up all of the damn beauty supply stores from the Asians. After the Asians have been here for years, getting rich, now they selling them to the Hispanics. They getting them loans, but as long as they can keep us on the welfare and them food stamps and that poverty mindset, it won't be no wealth growing in our community, and we'll always be consumers. But people get mad at me for saying that because they say I'm hard on our community, but somebody should have been hard on our asses a long time ago. Okay, sometimes you have to be hard to wake a person up. Okay. In Rose, it's a lot of June bugs in the black community. We call everybody June bug. That'd be the nickname, June bug. So, you know, and I got into that to say this. Okay, I still got a little while. Yeah, I'm going to my kickboxing class in East Memphis. Okay. I said that to say this. Good morning, the Alabama hitter. You can tell the weather changing too. I'm glad my Geritol come today. I ordered me 2 more boxes. I had ran out. Keep my immune system strong, as they say. So I said that to say that you got a lot of black politicians. Memphis has majority black politicians. And I think it's a darn shame that a lot of these black politicians come from poverty, or their parents came from poverty and they was able to make it out or to be elected, and then they get into office and continue the same things, okay? And continue the same thing. Here to laugh. And continue the same practices that the slave masters did. They sell out already, but I mean, everybody sell out in the black community. Because everybody sell out the black community because it ain't no repercussions for selling out the black community. The only time there's repercussions in the black community is if you get successful and you work hard and you come up. Now there's gonna be some repercussions because now you got your whole damn community that want to get together to either try to take you down or kill you. That's the reason why the black community is in the conditions that it's in. Self-hate, hate, okay? Jealousy. Yeah, here I gotta have that Geritol. I'm so glad I got me 2 boxes. I was looking at it. It said gonna arrive today. Okay, so because I ran out, I'm telling y'all those Geritol work. Now, if you in between like that perimenopausal stuff, ladies, you might want to get on birth control pills because because you'll mess around and get pregnant by Mr. Otis. Okay. You got a little old boyfriend or something, them Geritols makes you fertile, okay? And Rose says, I have Hispanic in my family, but I'm not Hispanic. He said he calling police. I told him, go ahead, I will call ICE. Listen, the Hispanic community is very upset about, they're very upset about the National Guard being in Memphis because they says that you heard what that lady said on the news. She says that they've been messing with the Hispanic community. She said all of these rats. Now I don't know who she was calling a rat, but she said all of these rats that have been committing the crimes are scattered out and they're in the house. They won't even come out. And so now the National Guard is here. They can't arrest them. They've been messing with the Hispanics. The Hispanics are the only ones outside because, you know, they work. Okay, they working. So I don't know who talking about is the rats, child. I guess the criminals, whoever they are. But what I do know is Junebug and them ain't stealing cars like they used to. So Junebug somebody told me that the National Guard, somebody told me that the state troopers in Memphis pulled over the Matter bus. When they said that, I hollered. The state troopers had the Matter bus pulled over. I guess the Matter bus was speeding. Oh my God. Either that or somebody was on there with a warrant. Who knows? Oh, that tickled me so bad. My brother married a Hispanic woman. They have a beautiful family. Yeah, I mean, even if a person, even if a black woman or a black man marries a white person, they could have a beautiful family. I don't have any issues like with interracial dating and interracial marriages or whatever. I don't have no issues with it. I have issues with what I have issues with is what's the word I'm looking for? People that hurt other people. That's my issues. I don't have any issues with same sex relationships. I have issues with a lot of how a lot of people they put a lot of emphasis on people that are in same sex relationships. I don't have any issues with what two consensual adults do. I have issues with pedophiles, okay? That's what I have issues with in rapists. So that's my concern. A lot of people put a lot of emphasis on it. Well, I don't believe in no same sex, this, and that, and that's that. Hey, I think two grown folks should do whatever they want to do. I got issues when it turns into one person not being consensual. Now that's a problem. Then he goes, "I'm Puerto Rican." I told him, "You ain't. No, you ain't." I could tell the difference between the different languages. I was so mad. Anyway, y'all, I tell you. Whew. Anyways, you guys, what else y'all got going on? I need to take the I need to take the garbage out before I leave and go to my kickboxing class and come back and I guess my little quote unquote son-in-law. Okay, that's my daughter's son, um my little grandbaby daddy. Listen, when these young adults try to make an honest living, I don't see nothing wrong with helping them out. And if they come and they do a good job, pay them. I think the problem is like people want somebody it's a hard job to like be washing a car and I be having so many papers and stuff. My office is up in that car, child. I'm sorry, it ain't no important papers though, just a bunch of bullshit that I like read. I be girl, don't even get me started with the type of stuff I be having. Cause I like to be looking and reading shit, and I don't ever keep my files and stuff in my car, but just a bunch of bullshit that ain't got no business up in there. I'm gonna tell him throw all of it away in my heels, cause I be changing heels quite a bit. I'm telling them to just go and bring them on in. But when these young adults try to make a honest living, pay them right. If somebody get out there and wash your dirt ass car and they have to go through all your papers because I like that. look at shit and throw it on my seat and something that he gonna have to throw in the damn garbage. Make sure you pay them right because it makes them wanna, it helps them. And then if they do a good job, I think when people do good jobs, they should be paid right. Which leads me to this. I need to I need to, because I don't never carry no cash on me. I need to go get some cash so I can pay him too, so I can have him when he get here. Um, but other than that, for the rest of the day, when I finish doing what I gotta do, I am going to come home and chill and just chill out today. I don't think I have anything else to do, and I'm happy to be able to chill. I think I want my grandbaby to come over and hang out with me so we could look at movies. Her mama would be glad to do that. Yeah. Ooh. It's a nice morning. It's 67, so it's nice out there. I can tell though how I'm kind of clogged up. I'm kind of stopped up. Don't go showing that baby no damn. I'm not gonna look at I'm not gonna look at Shaka Zulu today. I might look at Shaka Zulu tomorrow. I'm in love. I be in love with Shaka Zulu. Child, they sitting up talking about they want to do a remake of Shaka Zulu. That made me mad. Some things just need to be left alone. The real Shaka Zulu, the guy who played Shaka Zulu back in the 80s is dead. So I don't think they're gonna find nobody to top him. Okay, they go get an old little scraggly looking Shaka Zulu to try to remake Shaka Zulu. That makes me mad. That is my movie. I don't know. My grandbaby have certain things that she likes to look at. She likes to look at Dora the Explorer. I ain't gonna tell no lies. I likes Dora the Explorer too. My kids looked at Dora the Explorer, and now they're kind of bringing that back. So she likes to look at Dora the Explorer, and I'm a really big fan of the Rugrats. Now I don't know if my grandbaby know about the Rugrats yet, but if I put it on there and she like it, then that's gonna be fun because I love looking at the Rugrats. Angelica was so bad, but now she can't look at Bart Simpson because Bart Simpson's cuss and he was just terrible, child. Um, I remember when I used to I was letting my kids look at Bart Simpson, and I remember one day was looking at it, and Bart Simpson said, "Damn you, Daddy!" I said, "Oh hell no! I didn't let them look at that no more." He told his daddy, damn you, Daddy." I said, "My kids can't look at no mess like that." Because kids they emulate what they hear and see. The last thing I needed was my girl sitting up talking about, "Damn you, mama." Where you hear that from? You're gonna get a whooping. Bart Simpson, and he sure said it. "Damn you, Daddy." I didn't let my girls. I said, "Y'all can't look at Bart no more." But I would look at him though because he was fun. I just didn't let my girls. Me and my mama would sit and look at him. My grandmama used to say, "Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself to sit up, look at that cartoon, and laugh at that man. I mean, laugh at them." Bart was funny, but I just didn't let my girls look at him. My girls used to like to look at Teletubbies too. Their Teletubbies boring to me, so that's not something that we're gonna watch. But the Rugrats, Dora the Explorer, the Smurfs started being boring. I didn't like the Smurfs. Um, I could binge on though. Uh, the Rugrats. My grandson watching SpongeBob as we speak. I think my grandbaby like another little show, so she probably not gonna even want to look at the Rugrats. It's so many new shows out. I think she likes another little show. When I used to keep her for my daughter, I used to always put it on Mrs. Her name was Mrs. Something, and it would keep her quiet, and she would sit there and look at her. Mrs. I forget her name, but that's something we had to look at every morning when she got here, and she was about 5 months old. Yeah, she was about 4 or 5 months old, and she used to love to look up there at the TV, and it kept her quiet. It might have been Miss Monica. It may have been Miss Monica. Oh yeah, I used to love Blues Clues. My kids love Clues. I'm gonna tell y'all another cartoon I got my kids hooked on, and I got my kids hooked on that cartoon because I was hooked on the cartoon Charlie Brown. I used to buy the DVDs and I got my kids hooked on it. I was like, I need to get them hooked on Charlie Brown because I love looking at Charlie Brown. The Christmas episodes get ready to come on, so I can't wait because I love to look at Charlie Brown Christmas episodes. If it stay nice outside, me and my grandbaby might go walking. Yeah, I may go walking with my grandbaby. Brazen and made it. I saw that Brazy got out, and I saw that it's called Fish and Shrimp, right? He did a song called Fish and Shrimp or something like that, or Shrimp and Grits. He going all the way up again. Brazy, people be supporting him though. He coming back out doing the same thing, and I'm so happy. He done made it to number 3 in America behind Taylor Swift and Rod Wave. See that? There it go right there. Fish and Grits. So let me ask y'all something. Why do you all think that Brazy is able to move past Finesse 2 times? Because if you ask me, I don't think that Brazy is a better rapper than Finesse. Finesse might be a better rapper than Brazy, or they might be there together because I like Brazy too. But why do you all think Brazy surpasses Finesse? Do y'all think it's because of? But I don't think you never heard about Brazy when he was, you never heard about Brazy having any issues with promoters or anything like that. Y'all think that's what it is? I'm telling Brazy be for me. I love it that Brazy be like bringing a lot of attention to Alabama because I think a lot of the southern states have all of these great rappers, and for some reason, people don't like to give the South their props. He the people's champ. Everybody want to see Brazy succeed. Okay. But everybody had wanted to see Finesse succeed too, though. Y'all know when Finesse got out, I was giving him nothing but good publicity. If you Charlie Brown, you old as hell. Yeah, Charlie Brown is old. I'm telling you, I love Charlie Brown. A Christmas Story gonna come on. I'm gonna try to get my grandbaby hooked on that too. So when she spend the night with me, around the holidays, I've been ordering her so many blankets for Christmas because she likes to suck her thumb. And she reminds me of, who was that? Charlie Brown's little brother, or Lucy's brother. Was that Linus that used to like to suck their thumb, and she had a blanket up to her face. She suck her thumb, and she be rubbing her face with the blanket. That's what my grandbaby do. And look, when she sucking her thumb, I was talking to her mama one day, and she was saying she was in her car seat. Her mama was driving. She was saying, "Blanket, mama, blanket, blanket, mama, blanket." She was sucking her thumb, and she wanted a blanket so she could rub her face. So I done every damn cute blanket I see. I said I'm gonna get my baby every blanket in America if I have to, so she could rub her face with it. Tequila says she's in she said she's in Mississippi. She's never listened to Finesse. Finesse is hard now, but Finesse was blazing when he first came out, and I don't know, maybe people thought he had some humility or something changed. Like Alabama Hill says, Finesse turned people's stomachs quick once they learned who he really was. Yeah, that's true. Tequila says, "All like my Gia, she sucks her thumb and drags her blanket." And TB21 says, "I love Charlie Brown too, and they having their live Christmas tour on stage. Ooh, I hope, oh my God, if they come to Memphis, I am taking my nephew. I'm gonna take both of my nephews. I'm gonna take my grandbaby because I'm going so that I can see too. I'm gonna enjoy it probably more than them." They said Charlie Brown Christmas. I got to see if it's coming to Memphis or near Memphis. Charlie Brown the Christmas play. So I can go ahead and get our tickets. Let's see. Charlie Brown, the Christmas play. Oh, live on stage. Oh my God. I'm going to put my name on the mailing list so I can see. So, get tickets. It said, let me see. I wonder how far is Dothan? They're going to Atlanta, TB21. How far is Dothan, Alabama from Memphis? Because I might have to pack up my little clan and we from Memphis, Tennessee. Hold on. Dothan, Alabama from Memphis, Tennessee. Oh my God. That's longer than Atlanta. Let's see, Knoxville, Tennessee. Y'all, they're not coming around the Memphis area. Oh my God. They got a lot of dates, but they're not coming around the Memphis area. I wonder why. Oh wow, that's messed up. I guess the closest would be Atlanta. They're going to Baton Rouge. I've driven to Baton Rouge before. Going to the Carolinas. They're mostly going to be in Florida. Oh man. That really just hurts me. That hurts me so bad. Oh yeah, my nephew loved Peppa Pig. It's 6 to 8 hours. It seemed like to me Oh, it's close. See, that's down there by Mobile. That'll be a long way to drive with some kids. Atlanta might be closer because they're going to Knoxville. Knoxville is way up there too. I'm trying to understand why when they come to like the northern Mississippi states or around the Memphis area. I love Charlie Brown, and I might not get a chance to see him. Oh my God. Y'all look. Oh my God, look. I might just have to go. I'll probably just have to go to Atlanta. I'll take my girls. I'm telling my daughters to come so they can tend to their own damn kids. And my sister. Oh, that would be so nice. Hilda says, Cypress, you fell asleep on him last night. Hilda crazy. Oh Lord. I guess I'll just have to look at my regular Charlie Brown movies. And when it gets, I think for springtime, I'm gonna take my nephews and my grandbaby to the aquarium in Atlanta. They mamas gotta come though, because I always been doing like they're good kids though, but I'm just they mamas gonna have to come. I'll treat them to it, but they mamas gonna have to come and watch them. He said we had a ball last night. Hold on here, I'm trying to pull it up. I was in there for a minute. I don't know what happened. I think I fell asleep. Listen. So is Finesse Two Time being managed by Rainwater? Is that his manager? Let me see what time my class starts at. Okay, yeah, I gotta go. Okay, y'all, I gotta get off of here because I gotta go way out to East Memphis to my class. So I need to leave now. Listen, I love you all. I'm gonna upload some videos today. I'm gonna upload some videos today, child, because I gotta get my hours and stuff back up. I think I've been shadow banned because I've been having like 30 and 40 people on. Like, that's weird. I always have at least 100. 100 is low, but it's 30 and 40. That's really weird. So I don't know if they done shadow ban me or what. Okay, but whatever is going on, we're gonna get it back to where it needs to be. Okay. We perseveres around here. Don't stop, can't stop, won't stop. Anyways, y'all, I'll talk to you all later.